Hello, this is Marcelo Baines, and I want to take an opportunity today to welcome you to the Chairman's Corner. Today I have with me our County Manager, Mr. Lloyd Kerr. Mr. Kerr, welcome to the Chairman's Corner today.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Glad to be here.
it's a privilege, and we're excited to have you here today to discuss what I think is a very important topic. As you know, we're going to get right to it because I don't want to prolong it, but as you know, we've been getting a lot of calls concerning trash in our county along the roadways and things like that. And in this time that we're experiencing with COVID, we understand that there's a lot of different things that are going on. So we want to bring the county manager in today and talk about the plan to address some of these issues. And so I'm going to just ask a couple of questions, and I'm going to let him expound on it, and we'll go from there. Again, thank you to Mr. Kerr for being here today. The first question I have, you're getting a lot of these emails and phone calls, just like I am, about the trash along the side of roads, and it's not just in one area; it's all over the county. What are the things that we are doing to correct that issue?
Well, if I could, Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to give people a little bit of a background. And that is, for years, the county has relied on inmate labor to do trash pickup along the county roads. Since COVID really became an issue here, and in particular since March, we've not had any inmate labor to do any of the trash pickup. And so what we've had to resort to doing is to use public works employees to go along the roadways when we can to pick up the trash. And what that meant is that we had to pull employees from other tasks such as paving and the drainage work that we were doing, the mowing crew, in order to get that done. And we went from having 2 to 3 crews on a regular basis with the inmate labor to having just 1 crew on an irregular basis. So that diminished our ability to get the trash picked up significantly, and unfortunately the trash kept getting piled up and we kept getting further behind. We still have a crew now that is dedicated to doing nothing but trash pickup in the county, and those are public works employees. But what we are planning on doing, Mr. Chairman, and what we have already set in motion, is to hire 10 temporary employees from a temp service who will be managed by our public works employees, so that we can create 2 more crews that will be put on the trash cleanup. And all 3 of these crews will be concentrating on the west side of the county, where the trash issue seems to be the worst, until we can get that under control. And then we will, once that occurs, then we'll spread those crews out to other areas of the county as well. We'll leave 1 crew on the west side of the county, and then utilize the other 2 crews in other areas of the county to continue keeping the trash picked up. And we're looking at this as being a regular, full-time type activity that we're going to need. This is a priority for the fiscal year 22 budget. And in addition to the personnel, we have also sourced equipment that will help us to pick up the trash. They're, for want of a better description, they're like huge rakes that we can use to go down the rights of way that will help to clean up the trash, and then we can have our boom truck come behind it and take the large piles of trash and put them in the boom truck into the bed of the truck, and then we would dump at the at the landfill. Until we are able to purchase some of that equipment, we'll be doing it by hand, And so you will see the crews out, and you'll see we're going to be putting the trash into large orange trash bags, and they'll be on the side of the road, and then we'll have the crew come behind the pickers to retrieve the trash bags. And it's the cleanup. Obviously, that we didn't get into this condition overnight, and we ask that you please be patient with us. But so it'll take a little bit of time to get back under control. But so we ask for your patience. But we also encourage you that when you see somebody or know somebody that is throwing things out on the road, please let them know. To try to discourage them, but also let them know how much this really trashes up our community and really makes things ugly. And if we all can pitch in, we do have the Adopt a Road program through our Newton County Clean and Beautiful. And we understand that several churches have also requested information about getting, we can provide trash bags and gloves for those churches or other civic groups or homeowners associations who'd like to pitch in. This is going to take quite a community effort, and so we would surely appreciate that. Any help that could be given along that. If everybody would pick up the trash that's in front of their subdivision or any trash that's in front of their house in the right of way, that would go a long way to helping us get things cleaned up. And also making it a priority to tell people how badly that it looks when people throw things out down the road. If you have a pickup, if you're carrying trash to the convenience centers, or if you're going to the landfill, make sure that if you're using a truck and all the items in the back of the truck are secured. Use a tarp to cover those if you can, or tie them down. That also would help significantly. So we realize it's a problem, and hate that it has obviously gotten to this point, but we are moving to get this corrected, and it is a priority, and we will do everything that we can to get it corrected.
Thank you, sir. We're not really inventing the wheel. It's already been being done in other places.
Yes, sir.
And we seen over the past weekend that the state was actually here in our community picking up trash on the side of the roads that belong to the state highways. And so we're going to be using that same system. Have a couple of guys that go out in front and pick up trash, and then a guy come behind them with a truck or a trailer to actually load the trash bags on it. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. As soon as we get the additional raking equipment, we would most likely begin using that as well. But that may take several months because we have to order, and we're investigating a couple of different manufacturers right now who have those. The closest manufacturer actually is in Arkansas, and we're going to have our public works director will be going to see a demo of that particular product here within the next month or so.
Okay. So this is the question I think a lot of people wanted to know. First, if the community partners want to partner with the county and do community cleanups and help out in the areas that they live in, can they contact your office or?
I would recommend that they contact Lori Riley at Keep Newton Beautiful. Lori can help them with the provision of gloves and provision of trash bags. So that, and I believe that they may even have some orange vests. So she can kind of help give them the supplies that they would need. And we can coordinate to have someone pick up the trash once it's bagged. We can coordinate to have it picked up. so that they don't have to worry about getting it to the landfill.
And they also, when I add to that, they also can contact their local commissioner,
Yes, sir, that's
district
correct.
representative, because each commissioner also have a cleanup date for their community. One cleanup date for their community that is help sponsored by the county, so they also can do that. And this program will last how long?
Until we get it done.
Thank you, sir.
Until
Thank
we
you,
get
sir.
This will be an ongoing program. Again, trash is a priority, and getting the community clean, we want to make sure that it's inviting. We don't want anybody to be turned away from Newton County because it's a mess, or because it looks ugly. Their first impression is a bunch of roadside trash. So we don't want that to happen. So this is something that we're going to put in place. We'll no longer, obviously we would want to have and would like to see the inmate labor again whenever that can happen. But we're not going to rely on that. We're going to set up a permanent program to have county employees picking up the trash. So this will be a forever program.
So this is one very important question. We want to make sure that we get out to the public. Is when is the date of the kickoff for this program?
Right now, where we have to go to the board on Tuesday night to do a budget amendment, because we've not currently budgeted for this program. So we do have to get the board to approve a budget amendment for us, and I know that that we would have board support to do this. And as soon as we do that, we've also already contacted temporary services to find those services that we can rely on to provide the temporary employees. So just as soon as we can get the temporary employees on board, we'll get started. I anticipate probably that most likely by the end of next week, we'll have everything lined up and we can begin. Hopefully, maybe Thursday or Friday of next week. If not, it would be the following Monday.
Thank you, sir. And I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna do it today because it's just that important. One of the things that economic development, when people come looking out to decide whether they're gonna choose Newton County to be a part of, to live in, or to move their business here, is how clean your community is. So we want to make sure, if you got an opportunity to call your commissioners, your representatives, let them know that you definitely need their support on this vote to make sure it passes, so we can do the proper things that we need to do to keep this community clean. I want to take this opportunity today to thank Mr. Kerr for being here in the chairman's report, in the chairman's corner, giving a report today. It's mandatory that we get this done. So all of you out there who take an opportunity to look in and view the chairman's corner, call your commissioner and let them know that you definitely need their support in getting this done. Mr. Kerr, you do a great job. So, sir, we just want to let you know that, and we appreciate all you do to help here in Newton County. Guys, that's what we have today for our chairman report. We want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we look to see you guys next week. As always, God bless you, and God bless Newton County.